Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. Well, as you know, football's right around the corner. June now, training camp's going to be beginning late July. You'll start seeing NFL preseason games, then regular season games in September. What I'm going to talk about today is a team that had the longest losing streak in college football history, the Prairie View Panthers. After a 5-5 season in 1972, they would only finish above 500 over the next, only once over 500 in the next 17 seasons. They went winless in 1974 and 1979, lost 28 in a row in the 1980s. Early 1989, players announced that they would boycott if head coach Henry Catchings was retained. They claimed Catchings was interfering with their attempts to get an education. They were not receiving financial aid packages on time, and they claimed he threatened to take their aid away if they performed poorly. He also then punished them when their grades sank. Boycott ended. Panthers bombed, going 1-9. They would not win another game for 9 years. May 1990, with the school facing massive financial struggles, new Prairie View A&M president Julius Beckton Jr. announced all sports but track and field would be dropped for the next 5 years. Over the previous 5 years, the athletic program had generated a $3 million deficit. In the fall of 1990, the school realized something. It had missed playing football. The school could not afford to offer scholarships like the others, but Prairie View decided it would rather offer the sport and get stomped on rather than not offer it at all. Did the Panthers get stomped? They went 0-11 every year from 1991 to 1996, then went 0-9 in 1997, combined with the two losses at the end of 1989. The Panthers began 1998 riding by far the longest losing streak in college football history at any level, 77 games. But 1998 offered hope. They only lost 24-13 to Texas Southern, 22-14 to Howard Payne, and 37-7 to Southern, compared to the previous year losing 63-7 to Southern. Then they went to Oklahoma City to face the NAIA's Langston University, the only HBCU in Oklahoma, in week 4. You'll hear coaches talking a lot about learning to win, about coming to understand exactly what it takes to close games out and put up wins. But nobody on the 1998 team had won a collegiate game when they took the field at Oklahoma City's Taft Stadium on the stuffy evening of September 26th. No Panther team had experienced a win for 8 years and 11 months. It was 14-6 with barely 30 seconds left, but the opponent had to know that if you keep fighting, Prairie View might give them a break. Langston quarterback Archie Kraft lobbed a 51-yard score to Ted Roberts, and Langston was a 2-point conversion away from a tie. A tie would technically end the losing streak, but Prairie View's defense stiffened just enough. Kraft attempted a quarterback sneak. Officials cleared the pile and ruled Kraft was short. Prairie View Vice President Larry Rabb said, "Tonight the score and the score validated something we always knew. This was a team of winners." The 1998 team was far more competitive than its recent predecessors, but finished with just one win. From 1999-2004, the Panthers only won 11 games total, but two things happened. Prairie View got its financial act together enough to begin offering football scholarships again, and the school hired Henry Frazier III. It was a bunch of walk-ons getting beat, Simmons is quick to remind. When scholarships came back, the wins came back, and Coach Frazier came and built the program. After going 3-8 in 2004, they won 8 in 2005 and 6. They went 7-3 in 2007, 9-1 in 2008. During 2008, they averaged more than 30 points per game for the first time since 1964. They scored 49 on Mississippi Valley State. They'd only scored 48 for all points in 1991. There were only 2 totals left, beating Grambling and winning the SWAC. The former hadn't happened since 1986 and latter since 1964. One box got checked when Black threw for 184 yards, rushed for 75, contributed 4 touchdowns with a 35-32 win over Grambling State. The turnout in that title was unmatched, Black said, in terms of how loud they were, how proud they were to be here. I remember being on a 3rd or 4th level in our hotel the night before. I could hear people out the window outside the door. It was hard for me to go to sleep that night because I knew we had a chance to do something. Alabama A&M scored early in the fourth to take a 21-17 lead, but two perfect drives, both resulting in touchdown passes, put Prairie View ahead 30-21. Alabama A&M kicked a field goal with 4 minutes left to get within 4 points, but Prairie View wasn't able to eat up the clock. The Panthers were forced to punt with 15 seconds left. Alabama A&M's Thomas Harris nearly returned it for a score. He took it 26 yards to Prairie View 47, but backup running back Michael Jason managed to take him down. He doesn't catch him, it's a touchdown. I thought he was going to score, Black said, but he didn't. A Hail Mary pass fell incomplete. Prairie View A&M was 2009 SWAC champs. So that's basically what I was able to get on that losing streak that Prairie View A&M had. I didn't bother going over it game by game, score by score. But it was pretty bad. They were beaten very badly in these games. And I remember McAllister having a long losing streak in the early 80s, and Northwestern was another one that had a very long losing streak. But Prairie View A&M has the longest losing streak, and maybe a losing streak that will never be beat. Like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.